Hi, my name is Freyu. The topic I'm going to talk about today is the PokemonGo Twitter monitor. Why do I choose this topic? Because Pokemon Go game was released recently, and its release is breaking 5 records, including the record download in both Apple App Stores and Google Play. It is the biggest mobile game in United States history. I would like to try to process the Twitter data flow associated with the Pokemon Go game and find the related indicators about the games. My intention is to use this popular topic to get a lot of tweets data so I can learn the streaming data flow. I have not used the streaming data in previous classes, so I think this is a very good opportunity for me to figure out the whole process. My original plan is to use the Apache NiFi to process the data from the Twitter API and then pour it into the HDFS and then use the HBase and query to send into Zeppelin to visualize the data in a dashboard. With the Twitter data, I would like to find out where are those tweets coming from and the distribution of the tweets on the map. However, when I started, there are a lot of roadblocks on my way. First, the agile path I have ran out of money quickly. I set it up for the virtual machine, and a week later when I log on, it's all gone, and my account is locked. So I had to turn to my local system, do it with the virtual box. However, my machine doesn't have enough memory, so I decided to buy 8 GB memory to upgrade it. So after that, it works fine for a day. Then the system crashed on me and died. I cannot recover from that. So I have to go back to Agios, and now I have to pay it myself. I ended up with the system to use Apache Hi-Fi's with Twitter dashboard template. I modified the template to put in the keys and secrets and the term to put on the filter on. I put the PokemonGo to get the related tweets. The data is then put into the Solar content string and HDFS. LucyWorks HTTP search with the Solar was set up, and the Banana dashboard is then connected to Solar and NiFi to display the output data. This is the NiFi data flow chart. And I modified the first process, grab garden host, put in the keys and the secrets, and then choose the filter endpoints. And the turn to filter on, I put on PokemonGo. Voila, I got the Banana dashboard data displayed. You will see there is a big gap between the data in the timeline. That's not because nobody tweets. That's because to save money, every time I log out, I have to shut down the service. So there is no data collected during that time. This is the embarrassed page I have, and notice that NiFi and Solar is not on the list because I did not integrate them successfully. So it's become a separate service I have to turn on or manually control it. This is the solar query page. I use this page to see the detailed query twist content page. The result of my analysis shows there are a lot of twists for PokemonGo, about 3,000 twists per hour. And I was surprised to see English, Japanese, and Thai language are the biggest component I found. But this might not be very accurate reflection of the popularity since my data is very limited to certain time periods only. We can read the content of the tweets through the dashboard table or Solar Query. It covers all kind of contents like tips, events, training center, those things. I found that the creative time and the language might be the most reliable data columns to analyze with, since they are included all the time. And I would like to do spatial analysis about the Twitter location. However, the location and the coordinates are mostly blank for most of the tweets. So I got some sample from Google Trends. We can find the interest by region. And the data I collected are very limited because the history data cost money. I did not go back to find it. And but I would like to have the history data to correlate with the game release time to see how does that correlate. This is the language tweet counts. We can find shows the biggest components here. And this is the picture I got from Yahoo News, just the Pokemon Go worldwide daily usage. We can see that go to 45 million quickly and then die down quickly too. And this is the interest by region from the Google Trends. That's what I want to do. However, I could not make it because lack of coordinate or places information. The technologies I use include following. So I use Edge platforms and the Hortonworks sandbox at the ecosystems. I started with the Twitter API, get those secrets and the tokens from Twitter, and put it in the NiFi data float. Use a Solar to create index, and the banana dashboard to display the end results. The data are stored in HDFS, and I use Unbored to control the resource. And the Lucid Works and HDP search was used to integrate it, the NiFi Solar and the banana together. For the future, if I have more time, I will try to find out some data source with coordinates or location information so I can learn how to put the data on the map or use the graphic database to present the correlation between the data and show it graphically. The data is stored in HDFS with a little bit manipulations. I should be able to use a Hive to access most of the data. With the power of queries, I can do a lot of analysis with the data, and also with Hive and the Zeppelins, there are more tools to use for the visual presentation. I was not able to set up a Solar and NiFi with Embari. I end up with resetting those services whenever I restart the virtual machine. I would like to figure out the right way to integrate NiFi and Solar with Embari, and then let Embari to manage the resources. I only try to figure out the popularity of the Pokemon tweets this time. Sentimental analysis about this topic doesn't make much sense for me. However, the content of the tweets, further analysis of those to find out the events, popular Pokemon's training center distribution, those things sounds very interesting. Thanks.